What if I told you that your income is probably not the biggest factor determining whether you'll become wealthy? I bet people earning over $250,000 a year who were constantly stressed about money. I've also met people earning much less who had real financial peace and steadily growing wealth. The difference wasn't income, it was how they thought about money. Today I want to share the financial mindset that's changed the way I make decisions and why I believe money is a tool for freedom, building freedom, not a scoreboard for success. Welcome back to Balanced Winning. I'm a successful professional sharing the systems, habits, and principles that help me build a career, improve my finances, pursue better health, and create a more intentional life. Today we're talking about money, not from the perspective of getting rich overnight, but from the perspective of building lasting financial strength. Money is a tool, not an identity. One of the biggest mindset shifts I ever made was separating my identity from my income. Your paycheck doesn't determine your value. It determines your current earning capacity. Those are two very different things. When people attach their identity to income, they often start making emotional financial decisions. They buy things to impress people. They upgrade lifestyle every time they get a raise. They compare themselves to neighbors and coworkers. That's exhausting. Instead, I try to view money as a tool. A hammer isn't a goal when you're building a house. It's simply one of the tools. Money works the same way. It's a tool that helps create choices. Income is important, but it's only the beginning. I absolutely believe in increasing your income. I spent years developing professional skills because skills increase value, and value usually increases income. But here's what many people miss. A higher income without discipline simply creates bigger spending opportunities. That's why you've probably heard stories about athletes, celebrities, or executives who earned millions and still ended up broke. Income creates opportunity, behavior determines outcomes. Lifestyle inflation is a silent killer of wealth. One of the most dangerous financial habits is lifestyle inflation. Every raise becomes a nicer vehicle, a bigger house, more subscriptions, more vacations, more monthly payments. There's nothing wrong with enjoying success. The problem is when every dollar you earn is already committed before it ever reaches your bank account. I've tried to make financial decisions that increase flexibility instead of increasing obligations. Freedom grows when your expenses stay below your income. Invest in assets before upgrading your lifestyle. Whenever possible, I ask myself one question. Will this purchase improve my future or simply improve my image? That's a powerful filter. I'm much more interested in buying assets than buying appearances. Assets can include investments, education, skills, land, businesses, anything that has the potential to appreciate, to produce value over time. Those purchases often don't look exciting today, but they create options tomorrow. The goal is freedom. People often say they want more money. I think what they really want is what money can provide. Time, security, choices, less stress. The ability to help others. The freedom to say no to things that don't align with your values. That's why I focus on financial discipline rather than financial status. Bring it back to balanced winning. Money is one pillar of a balanced life. It's incredibly important, but it doesn't stand alone. Money without health eventually loses value. Money without purpose feels empty. Money without discipline disappears. Balanced winning is about putting money in its proper place. It's an important tool, but it's not the destination. As you go through this week, ask yourself one question before every major purchase. Is this building my future, or is this improving my lifestyle today? That simple question can change the direction of your finances over time. If you're working to build your career, your wealth, your health, and your purpose the right way, that's what balanced winning is all about. Subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.